Okay, so I'm gonna need everyone to give me a recap of what has happened in the campaign up to this point, just for record's sake.
Oh God.
You can hop into your own like little backstories that we knew at the beginning of the campaign first, and then um, continue on from there from whoever wants to start.
Jacob isn't here to help me.
Well, Kyle thinks of his what happened at the beginning of his party because you're all alone right now. Um, we zoom in to a bar in Eldritch. In this bar, there is a divinely handsome bartender frantically running around trying to serve all of his customers. And at the bar, there's a beautiful but mysterious young elf who is plastered um, as she continuously
Doesn't pay her bar tab.
doesn't pay her bar tab, continuously waits for another drink. And we, as these two characters who have known each other for a few weeks, talk, some suspicious characters walk into the bar. These mysterious figures who are quite rude to Ricky, the bartender. Richard is his full name. Ricky was his passionate nickname before hatred started. Anyway, some mysterious people walk into the bar and they're all like, yo, broski, bring us some drinks. And he's like, hey, man, of course. And Althea, the mysterious but plastered elf at the bar, is kind of like, yo, if you're mean to him, I'll beat you up. And they're kind of like, whoa. She did say that. Anyway.
No.
I did say that.
No, you wanted money.
I did owe a lot of money. Anyway, so I'm gonna get out my notes so I don't miss anything. But basically, Althea overhears these doorknobs having a conversation about their hideout in the woods and how like they need to go clean it out. And Althea's like, I'm gonna go clean it out first so that I can get some money to pay off my tab. So Althea goes into the forest and she's all like, I can't open this door without another helping hand. So she goes back to the bar. She grabs Richard. They break down the door seamlessly and effortlessly. It totally didn't take 20 minutes. Anyway.
Because you owe me a lot of money. Pay it back.
Inside of the fortress, Richard gets killed by a trap, but brought back to life because we were in our first session. And we walk around the bar a little bit, and not the bar, the hideout. Anyway, walking, we find some clues. Althea kills a guy, and Richard is like, whoa, man. Althea.
Richard said, whoa, man, because he had just woken up, because you had punched him.
I know. I'm just kind of speeding past this so that we're here for an hour doing.
Yes. So you killed him a second time, though.
Yes, I did. Anyway, then we cut back to Richard and Althea are leaving the little hideout area, and we find out that Eldritch is on fire. And Richard runs towards Eldritch. Althea runs towards her tent, and Richard is like, oh my god, my dad is burning alive. And his dad is like, here's a key, my boy. And then he dies. And Althea comes and he grabs Richard and they go hide and wait for Tarjak. Tarjak, you continue because I didn't pay attention during your part.
And Rostislav.
So am I continuing after I met Al, or am I going straight from the beginning?
Straight from the beginning.
Alright, Pug. So, Tarjak, big dragon man, about 6 feet tall, kind of hefty. Black dragon, green eyes. He's a dragon boy. You know how it is. I'm wandering in this town, right? And I'm sitting by this fountain. I'm kind of just chilling. There's a church around. There's some buildings. I'm having a whole vibe. And this big church man. Oh, he's big and burly, and he's burly and big, you know. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" having a good time? Hey, those symbols on your armor. Yeah, what's up with that? I'm interested in that. And I was like, oh yeah, my dad like worships the god for this symbol and stuff. And he was like, yeah, yeah, cool. I mean, yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah, cool. And he said that like 10 more times probably. And then Lucy comes up. She's like tall, dumb, would probably peg you, right? And she's like, hey, Rostislav, I need you to do a thing. Rostislav is the big burly man. He's a paladin, but yeah. So she's like, I need you to do a thing. Oh, who's this? I'm like, I'm Dragon Man. My actual name's Tarjak, but I'm a Dragon Man. So we're going to do a thing, right? I meet up with Lucy. I learn about Lucy. Rostislav already had a history with like Lucy and the Resistance. Spooky, but like they're good people. So I checked out their base, was chilling. I think I got a book. That might have been later. I don't know yet. I'll think of that later. But so we're vibing, and then we're ordered to like figure shit out about the order. I think so. We go to a bar where we saw order members chilling, and we're like, hey, they're in the corner talking over there. They look kind of sussy. So Tarjak goes, hey, I've never drank a day in my life, and I'm never going to. What if I just act drunk and bump into them? And I didn't tell the burly man this because that would ruin the effect of like surprise, you know. So I go full drunk mode. I'm pretty sure I was very, very convincing. But I stumble in. Hey man, how you doing? Hi man, cool cloak. Oh, what are you talking about? Can I join? And then big burly man, this big respectable burly man does. He pulls me away and he goes, "Oh, sorry guys." Right? So we go sit down at our table. I drink some water that I'm pretending to be more alcohol, dramatically, of course. And obviously, it's like, oh, okay, we gotta interact with them again. We gotta figure out what the fuck they're doing, right? So we spotted like some paper, I think, that had some information on it. They were writing something. We were like, okay, that looks important. So I stumble over, I knock into them again. Spooky little dragon hands give a little swipe, and I take that from them, right? And then, you know, big burly man pulls away. They get a little angry. They get a little angrier because I'm drunk. And then they get a little angry, and then we leave. Because we weren't going to fight cloaked men. Because what's under the cloak? Could be a dagger, could be a sword, could be nothing. But we don't know, and that's the issue. So we leave with the note and everything. From what I remember, it had information about where their hideout was. There was one in the woods. So we go back. We report to Lucy. Lucy's like, "Oh damn, that's kind of news. We did a good job." So pretty sure we slept the night. We chilled a little bit and then we woke up, right? And wait, is this right? I'm gonna keep going because it might be wrong, but I don't remember. Wait, I need a second.
I'll take over.
Yeah, I think I mixed your story and mine in my head because we never went to a fucking thing.
So Richard comes by and he's like, God damn, my second father died because he's an orphan originally. Then he got adopted by this guy at the tavern, and then the tavern guy was like, "Hey, I'll be your new daddy." Right? So now he doesn't have a daddy because he's dead. But he does have a pet rat who Rostislav revives because he also got damaged in the fire. By the way, Rostislav is Richard's new daddy because he's big and burly, and it's my new daddy.
He's a Delph.
So they're like, "Hey, come back with us." Rostislav and Tarjak, they're like, "Hey, come back with us. Join the resistance." And we're like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. So we go back with them and we go to this one church, and
You forgot the really important part of that session.
you killed me a third time
And you threw your father's fucking hand at my face.
because you killed me a third time.
No,
Moving on.
before I killed you the third time.
Yeah, moving on.
You threw your father's dead, crisp hand at a burn victim's face. Anyway, moving on.
Wow, now we're bringing burn victim into it.
Yeah.
All right.
This video needs to go unlisted.
Anyway, we go back to the church where we meet Artemis, Lucy, and Lance, and we're like, hey guys, what's up? And basically, some things happen where, like, we meet up with people Richard, I have to sneeze. Continue about Edison.
Richard finds a box and that his father gave him and decides not to open it there at this minute. But it's like it has like a note and it's like, go check the bottom of the tavern. Like you'll go figure out what's something about your life in the bottom of the tavern. And so he goes, first he meets Edison, who's the guy. He's a tiefling bard, also like Richard. In fact, they're very much alike. And Richard's like, man, this guy really looks like me. I love him. But then he goes and gives them horses, and then they're like, we have to go all the way back to Eldritch because we forgot something. So then they go back to Eldritch, and then they're like, oh, there's a spooky, scary crypt tavern thing down here. Ooh. And so they have to go through this spooky, scary crypt tavern thing. Which is just another order hideout, and it leads all the way back to the Lathans. That's the place.
And basically, we find a bunch of things, and then we get stuck in a good old-fashioned pocket dimension for 6 real-life hours. We were in a pocket dimension.
6 real-life hours, we were in a pocket dimension.
Real-life hours. We were trapped in a pocket dimension.
We went into the pocket dimension. We got attacked by a monster. And that was in the first hour.
You guys need to shut up about the pocket dimension.
No!
5 hours.
We had character development and a lot of sparring.
I think I made out with myself.
You made out with Edison.
Anyway,
moving on. We cut to the big fight. Before the big fight happened, there was another party across the place. Kyle.
I'm gonna recap as much as I can because.
I'm here to help you if you need anything, Kyle.
Okay. What's up? It's your boy Voles, friendly neighborhood healer. My story starts with a small plant female and a dog.
Plant female?
You know how it is.
Ruined.
You know how it is. Well, this plant female was being chased through the woods by this very vicious wolf. Vicious, very vicious. Till she stumbles upon a cabin in which I reside. And that wolf is actually my pet dog, Cedar. So we love Cedar. We decided to travel to the nearby village. Name insert.
Anthos.
Anthos to meet a good friend of I think it was Juniper's friend.
Yes, Juniper's. Nope.
Kenneth.
Yep.
Right, and then absolute Chad. Not quite a Giga Chad, but close. We travel with him to deliver supplies.
Yes.
To our good friend Savell.
Who you have not met before.
Who I have not met before. That bitch boy isn't here to help recap.
Piece of shit.
Well, we stay there for a little bit after getting attacked. No, before we meet him, we get attacked by some bandits on the road, and then he comes out of nowhere and helps us out. We give him the supplies. We head back to his place after finding a map with an X on it. We stay there the night, get a little tipsy, get a little drunk, and after that we head out. As we're walking, we go to this X and find a trapdoor that leads to a very dark, spooky labyrinth thing that probably maybe belonged to the Order, I don't know. Very similar to what the other party went through, I think. Maybe, I don't know. We go through that. It caves in on us. We almost fucking die. We find a symbol, with a symbol on there and a scroll that I have. The symbol is the brand on my neck. I have a brand on my neck. Got it when I was a kid. Use a handy dandy scarf to cover it up. And we escape the labyrinth finally. I don't remember quite what fully happened in there. Leave it up to the imagination, I guess. We escape and decide to head to Lathens.
Nope.
Gathens?
Yep.
Gathens! Wait. We went to Gathens, and then we went to Lathens, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we went to Gathens, did some shit there, met Sage?
Yes.
Yes, met Sage, and, her lovely accountant?
Advisor.
Advisor, name pending, that I forgot.
Nylo.
Nylo! We love Nylo. Her name was Nylo, very sweet lady. Find some stuff out about the plant girl that's traveling with us. And then we head out to Lathens. Did I miss anything important?
Yep. What's one
Yeah,
thing
no.
you recently encountered again that you first encountered while in Gathens?
Blue orbs.
Cock and
Orbs!
cock balls.
Orbs, the orbs.
Balls. Blue balls.
We found the blue balls. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we found the blue balls. They told us some shit. Very freaky shit. Some about our backstories and some about why we exist and why we do the things we do. And yeah. Am I missing anything else from that area? From
You forgot guys left behind Kenneth.
oh yeah, we looked at
And
Kenneth.
also the souls under the mountain.
Yeah, the souls in it.
Do you remember when Kenneth saved your life and when Juniper was
Oh, we
asleep
almost
for the
fucking
first time?
died. Yeah, we went under a mountain. Was that on the way to Lathens or Gathens?
That was on the way to Gathens.
Okay, on the way to Gathens, I almost fucking died. Some dark demon soul shit tried to slither its way up my body. Exactly. Yes. Kenneth saved my ass. Juniper. Savell was fine for the most part. Yeah. After Gathens, we went to Lathens. I was looking at you and very suspiciously. Went to Lathens. Met Lance. We met Lance. Oh. Artemis and Lucy. Artemis introduced us to Lucy, and then while we were falling asleep, Lance introduced himself. What a Chad. But he's a Giga Chad. We met them, and then while we were sleeping, we were attacked. Big boom, big bada boom.
And as we were getting ready for the fight, suddenly 4 really annoyed people popped out of thin air yelling at a dragon.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's where we come in again, because we were so mad.
Yeah, so we popped out of the pocket dimension, which we were in for 6 real life hours.
Real life hours.
Which ended up being like 3 days or something.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
we're getting ready for the fight.
We're getting ready for the fight.
There's a punji pit that is being created. People are being evacuated into the rich state. We go check the rich state to make sure that the little hole that we were going to come through, they weren't coming through. And then as we're having this huddle where we're arguing with each other because tensions are high and we're all still fucking strangers, Valesk looks over to someone in the group and has a traumatic memory, realizing that that person was the one who branded him, and he
Also, I shit my pants and we all switched bodies.
that was after.
That was before the battle.
No, yeah, before the battle, but I'm not at the battle yet.
I think that was actually right after that traumatic thing happened.
Yeah, but he told Luke, and then we switched bodies.
Yeah, bitch who branded me is there. Her name is Al. Very nice person. You should get to know her.
What?
Oh,
So
like a cow.
we switch bodies, and everyone's trying to do their thing, and then Richard, who's in Althea's body, aka Al, aka Ali, she has many names, goes,
Yeah, she does.
what the fuck?
AKA girl with
I'm walking really weirdly. And he unconsensually
Unconsensually.
I was in your body.
Yeah, I think.
welcome back. So we switched bodies, and Richard's walking around in Althea's body, and he's like, something's wrong here. So he unconsensually lifts up her leg, like her pant leg, and sees that she has a wooden leg. And then fucking says we should use it in the punji pit that's being created.
The punji pit was a good idea.
Yes, but not using someone's artificial leg. Anyway.
Thank you.
So, Althea's like, yeah, so what? I have a fucking leg. Hardy har. We switch back. A huge battle ensues where we're fighting things and we like get through the first
falling
squad.
in the punji pit.
We get through the first squad. Yes, Kyle?
Mackenzie, I have 3 of the thing you made. In my here, let me show you. Keep going.
Anyway, so we get through the first wave and we're all like, whew, we can't do that again. And then suddenly the second wave comes in and it's like the first wave but 10 times worse. So we all run to hide in the rich district. We're like, oh no, golly gee. And then as we're all freaking out, wondering, what are we gonna do? Fucking Rostislav gets transported to a little pond. Because he's talking to the god Lathander.
God of fishing. That's why there's
So
a pond
he's
there.
talking to Lathander, and Lathander's like, give me your body and I'll help. And
Your body.
like, no, man, I won't do it. And he's like, you have to or they'll all die. And Rostislav's like, fine. So then Rostislav's body being inhabited by Lathander blows up the entire town except for the rich district, killing all of the order members who were coming to fight us. Anyway, we cut forward to the end of the really big battle where Althea's having a panic attack because fire. Valeska goes to confront her, being like, what the fuck, you branded me? And Althea's like, whoa there, man, I did no such thing of the sort.
She did
And
that.
then she has a memory come back because she has memory loss. Or lost memories, or her memories have been erased and replaced with new ones. We don't really know. Anyway, she just goes like, whoa, and then sees herself branding a child. But Valesk was like, this was 7 years ago, and Alcia
Like a
was
cow.
and I was that, yeah. So said some time. Well, this is happening. The rest of the party is having a fucking bonfire, partying, dancing the music, and Juniper's asleep again, I think. I think Juniper's asleep. Anyway, we cut back again to all of us cleaning up the aftermath. We're an hour in, so we're gonna start speed running this shit. So we cut back to everyone's cleaning up the aftermath. There's no one survived. Richard goes and has a funeral for his boyfriend's horse.
That was really cool. And then we all go to Fallcrest.
We all go to Folcrest, leaving the boyfriend behind.
Can I jump in?
Surprise, surprise. In 1 second, Nathan. We buried a horse and not his mother. And Nathan stole the mother.
He was an orphan like me.
Anyway, Nathan, go.
I was gonna say, first of all, I did not steal the mother's skull. I stole the collarbone. Second of all, the skull was from an order member after everything was evaporated by the god. I was the first out of the gate, and I'm like, hey, Dragon Man Tarjak needs some bones. So he grabs the skull off the ground. He goes down. He sees the mom's or dad's collarbone. I don't think it's confirmed which one it is. And
Very
oh,
important
it's
detail.
it's mom. Oh, okay. So yeah, I grab the collarbone and then I pretty sure I go wash my face off, get some gross ass water from a pond that's already mixed with a ton of shit, and then we're off, and I'll hand it back because that's all I had to say.
Give me 1 second. My computer's being weird, so I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second. Anyway,
We go to Fallcrest,
yeah.
and we're just a bunch of refugees at Fallcrest. And so at Fallcrest, they're like, we got some side quests for you to do.
But wait, when you missed like so much.
Right, so yeah, so we go terrorize a little gnome. And
You
then
terrorize the note. You're missing so much, Ewan.
we terrorize the gnome, as in me, Tarjak, Rostislav, and Seville, who are definitely a part of this. So we go terrorize a gnome, and then we get kicked out, and then Nathan tries to blow off his doorknob, melt it off, and then silly string his house, and then also enlarge his glasses. But then the entire town just watched us do that, and so Nathan Tarjak's like, "Hey, I'm gonna dip," then goes to a different plane of existence, and then I have to charisma my way out of it, which I do successfully. The town loves me, you know. Then I go buy everyone drinks, and we have a fucking party. Meanwhile, I make amends with the note, so does Tarjak later on, though. Because at the moment, then they're like, man, that's a great speech, but you still gotta help us. So we gotta do like side quests. So we do a bunch of side quests. There's like a drinking one. There's like a talking one. There's
Hey.
like
What major plot points have you missed?
Big burly man, broken leg, some other stuff.
we met this guy named Ragnarfell, and he's like this big hunk of a dwarf. Like I'm talking huge, dripping sweat muscles. You know, like big, massive dong. That's really all I remember about it. Just big dick.
Good to know
Big
you care about my
muscles.
character's backstory. Anyway, so we get into this town. Go back a little bit. We get into this town where Althea sees her best friend in the entire world. Ewan.
And he has a huge dick.
Yes, he does. He's also.
Yeah. Come on.
massive
We're gonna
schlong.
keep it going. Major
You
plot
said
points only.
the whole thing.
Yeah. No,
Major plot points only.
There's the sword thing. We had to go into the tomb of Lathander and then stab someone that was really just named Robin. Just stabbed Robin. And then Batman was like, "That's cool. Here's your sword." So, so Rostislav's now like the chosen one of Batman, which is not Robin. But then we go, and then he's like, "Hey, you like my cool sword?" And it's kind of like Thor's hammer. We can't like lift it up. Then we go, and there's a battle. We have to go help people, and it goes really well. Actually, we just like kill all the orders. Like we fucking slaughter them. Like it is a massacre. It's like all dead. They're all dead. And now there we are. We're
Okay, is there anything else we missed? Specifically, one quest from Lucy.
We went
The
to
ship, bitch. We went and fought a fucking seaman. The seaman. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we
met
fought
Pirate
the
Lady.
Seaman.
Yeah, and then
we worked with Seaman to kill the Kraken.
And what were the two characters' names there?
Mermaid Lady and Captain Bitchalot.
Yeah, that's the names. That's definitely it. And Captain Bitchalot owes me a sword at some point.
Do you guys know?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the names though?
Captain Bitchalot. That's definitely.
That's not her name.
It's not. It's
Hold on. I can do this. Wait.
While they look for the names, I'm gonna say an important plot point that was missed. Valesk and Althea became best friends because they trauma dumped on each other, and it was revealed that Althea had a son Fuck you for forgetting one of my most important plot points.
Not Althea.
I have a son
I'm
too. Nobody
Richard.
cares.
You and Wesley Robertson.
I'm Richard.
Fuck you. Anyway, it got glossed over like 5 times. That was a really important character thing.
Vermeer! Captain Vermeer.
Vermeer. Yep.
And I don't remember.
Which also stands for bitch a lot.
Anything else we're missing?
I
We did
buried the bones
Or does
and
that
lost all of my
include-
shit to a god.
We accepted the order quest from Lucy.
sex with the pork lady.
We accepted the order quest from Lucy, and now we're on the way to infiltrate them. We did the thing with their cabin.
Rat wedding.
Well, also, like, we went and fucked up some bitches by a cabin, right? And now we're chilling
That was
there.
the big fight.
Yeah.
That was a big
Okay.
fight, and we had a wet wedding.
And
Rat-
that's where I'm gonna conclude the recap then, because it's been 30 minutes
Oh,
of recap.
Perfect. We're on time.
Odd sections, Max.
we're an
Okay.
hour late.